Good morning. Welcome to day 42. I'm feeling back to myself after I put one together on Sunday for Super Bowl. And speaking of that, every once in a while, especially when I do a really long program, like over 100 days, I'm going to want to give myself periods to be myself. So that can mean anything. That can mean eating a crazy meal in the middle of the program. And that can mean letting loose at least once with my friends, which I did for Super Bowl. So that doesn't come up until it comes up. So I'm through that. I'm past it. I'm a pound over 161. So 162, I'm back to almost where we were. And that's the great thing about being in shape. If you're in shape, your body allows you to make a couple little blunders along the way and then brings you back to where you're supposed to be. So don't ever sweat it. Just get your ass back on track. It's important to be a human being and be yourself once in a while. It's also important to get your ass back together and get things dialed in and get back to where we were supposed to be. So here we are. We're back where we're supposed to be. And we're going to get into it today. I'm excited. We got a lifting day, a lot of push-ups, a lot of pull-ups, a lot of compound movements. But before I even get to that point, we got to get our head friggin' straight. And that's what we do during these videos. For the record, I did laundry yesterday. And I put 2 socks in. And I only found 1 in the dryer. So don't think it only happens to you. It happens to everybody. All right. We're heading in the other room. Already got the headphones packed. I did drop my phone a couple times, apparently, on Super Bowl. So my template that goes to glass, not like it matters for the videos, but I have to look at it, and it's a mess. But the new one's coming today, the tempered glass over the top. It's got like 6 cracks in it. So make sure if you don't have that on your phone, you get that because that's a saving grace in case you go off the rails like I did on Sunday. But I'm back and I already made the juice because I had to take some aspirin for my toe, which still hurts. I'm pretty sure I hyperextended it. When we stretch our toes, I think that's when I did it. My toe was feeling tight. I stretched a little too far. And I think that's what happened. I'm pretty sure. So I'm just going to have to work through that. Keep it in mind. Always monitor it. Anytime you have an injury of any sort, always pay attention to it. Gauge kind of where it is. If it's something you can work through and it's just sore, make sure to rest it afterwards. That's why rest and recovery is so friggin' huge, especially what we put in our body after we work out. Huge. All right. Let's get it rolling now. We're going to take our pill. I got one of the juices made already. We'll put the other in the bag when it's time. I'm excited to get stretches done and get to the gym and get my workout in. It is one of those, like, it's a day off for me, but it's windy, it's gray, it's not raining, but could rain. It just rarely rains out here. I live in the desert, so it's not something that often happens. But every once in a while, when it rains out here, it's a friggin' storm. I'll tell you, it gets windy, gets bananas. Pills, down the hatch. We do that before we stretch, give it time to work. That way, when we get to the gym, it's already kicking in. Now, when I lived back on the East Coast, it was a 20, 30-minute ride to the gym. I went to the gym called Cardio Express on the East Coast for like 8 years, and they ended up closing down. But I remember going there plenty of times, having to de-chip my window before I could go because it's freezing cold. Many times I got to shovel the driveway because it's snowing. If it's something you really want to do, it doesn't matter what weather it is. Nothing will friggin' stop you. And that's how I feel right now. After feeling kind of, the first 40 days is a challenge. You're getting your body back into it. You're remembering what it's like, especially if you've done it before. If you haven't, it's a brand new thing. doing 100+ days and really getting into really dice shape where you can feel proud of your body. No shirt, no fat, cut, not just skinny, but cut. That's what it's all about. And that's what we're getting to, baby. That's why we work out and work on our body at the same time. Diet and exercise is the way. So we're going to bang this right on the floor, get right into stretches. So yesterday when I went to the gym, I ended up doing 30 minutes of cardio on level 4, on 3-1, 3-2. There was a girl next to me on the treadmill that was doing crazy shit with her hair the whole time. It was driving me insane because her hair is flying around. It's getting in my face. She kept taking it down, putting it up, taking it down, swinging it around. I try to lock in and just be focused on what I'm doing. But when that's going on, some kind of chaos next to me, I'm always kind of paying attention and checking into that. That's why the treadmill's a nightmare 90% of the time. You never know what sloop you're going to get next to you. Sometimes it's two catty ladies that just want to talk the whole time. And no matter how high I put on my headphones, I can just see them gawking, you know? Something to look forward to. What will today bring? If I really can't take it and it's nice weather and it's springtime, that's a great time to put the vest on and go to the park. But on days like today where it's like winter, rainy, cool, it's not cold and it's not nice. It falls in that bracket somewhere. I wanted to wear a super heavy sweatshirt today and comfortable, but I'm not going to be able to move down, and I have a lot of push-ups, a lot of pull-ups today. So I'm going to have to grin and bear. It's just not quite warm enough outside to be wearing the sweatshirt that I'm wearing. But we're not going to be outside for very long. Before I know, we'll be working out and we'll be warm. I'm always a little cool on the way there. Not always. In the winter, of course. But when I get out of there, the heat is no longer on. Trust me on that. Or rarely anyways. Really depends what time I go to the gym. It does feel good to get this stretch. My back is cracking all over the place. And because I didn't work out Monday, this will be my first workout really of the week. Really get that groin. That's like the center for everything down below, you know what I mean? Captain of the ship, it helps move the legs to the left or right. Has a lot of functions. And it carries your junk. That's an important spot. All right. Right here. And up. Feels good on the lower back. Doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel super light here, but it doesn't feel like it did 2 days ago. So that's important. And I feel more myself, which is outstanding. When I have those blowouts every once in a while where I get lifted, sauced up, loose, hanging out with the boys, it always takes me a couple days to get back to it. You know what I mean? But I'm back, baby. And because we kind of had that blowout, I kind of feel like we swept the slate clean and now almost starting fresh, because this is roughly where I'd start, probably at about 162 pounds normally when I do a cut. But again, when we started this program, I had been sick for like 3 weeks and I had gained an additional 10 pounds. So when we started, I was 174, and the goal is to get to around 152. And again, the lower we get, the last 6 weeks, probably be 6 pounds. It's just how it rolls. So I'm going to go light on the toes, just a little bend. You want to be careful. Obviously, don't do what I did. All right, hopping up, switching sweatpants. It is going to be a trainer day, shoe-wise. I'm going to wear the tighter shoes because we have a lot of movements which are I'm going to need to be held in place. The traction, you know what I mean? And that's what I get from the tight Hokas. My toes been bothering me, in case you're just popping in, so I've been wearing different shoe wear. One where I have a little more room in the toe, but we got to get back to it today. We got to dial it in. For me, it's a lot of mental. You know what I mean? I can literally just lock in with my music on the way to the gym. That's pretty much when I'm locking in. I'm getting dialed in. I'm already thinking about like what workouts we're doing, what exercises. I know I got kettlebell work today as well for abs. I'm going to crush abs today. Probably do a good 20, 30 minutes of abs in between the wrestling sets. That's how much I pretty much do. So that we really get those abs blocky. Because now as we're starting to get low in weight, that's what we want to do. We want to block those abs out. So when we have our shirt off, we're dialed in. We're cut. Women and men, same shit. Same abs, baby. You know what I mean? The lower you get, you can see some skinny people where you can see their abs, but they're little. They clearly don't do a lot of abs. Now, you're going to work your abs pretty much all the time. That's why I always tell people I wouldn't do abs until I was, for me personally, my perfect ab look is about 152, 153 weight-wise. So I know at about 160, 161, 162, that's when I really want to kick in the abs. So that's why I do a lot of kettlebell work, a lot of overheads with the 30-pound. Lately, it's been kind of a bitch to get the kettlebell because we only have one for the whole gym. So I've been using a 25-pound plate and just adding reps. And that's when I do the circle over the head, standing up, both sides. It's an incredible workout for back here, get the cuts. All right. We are in business. I am ready to rock. Hopefully, it stays this way. Sometimes I'm ready to rock. I get to the gym. For some reason, I'm not feeling it. But that doesn't always happen, and that's extremely rare. 90% of the time when I get to the gym, I'm ready to do work. And completely dialed in. When I'm at the gym, I'm not looking at anyone. I may be looking at you, but I'm not looking at you. I'm looking through you. I'm not even thinking about you. I'm thinking about what I'm doing, my next movement, or I'm thinking about myself. Something that hurts, something that I pinched, something that I can feel is getting full, tight. Love that feeling. When we start getting really low, we'll start getting really tight, the body. You'll see the difference when I have my shirt off. Everything's just super tight. It's awesome. Okay, baby. We are dialed in. We are ready. Bag is friggin' packed. Today is day 42. We are going to crush it. Hey, like, share, subscribe, and always friggin' take care of each other.